Hello everybody, back here again for the vlog a day, and today is Tuesday the 2nd, and today was a beautifully gorgeous day outside. Another day I did not accomplish the crap that I had planned to accomplish when we've been having the bad weather. The day was just way too nice to spend it in a building in any way, shape, or form at all to get crap done. So I got a few things done around here this morning, had just general life stuff, and for some reason I was not feeling like I wanted to go for a run today. Didn't want to lose my run streak per se, but just did not really feel like I was wanting to go run, and I was kind of contemplating letting my run streak go. It's like 500 plus days, and that's a long time to give up. There's a tiny part of me every once in a while just thinks maybe if I just let that go, then I won't have the pressure and the whatnot of it. But it's also one of those things I'd like to see it hit 10,000 days or who the hell knows what. Like I'd like to be able to, I don't know, wait, before I die, basically say like I ran every single day of my life from this date on. From basically January 1st, 2014 until I died, I ran every day. And I was thinking about letting it die today, and I don't know, I was feeling weird. I didn't sleep worth a damn. I've just been, I don't know, overthinking a bunch of stuff. I made some decisions in my life recently that will affect me forever. And it's one of those things that I'm maybe not certain I made the right decision or not, but I think I did. I've got a couple other things I'm working on in the process of making some other decisions that are going to affect me the rest of my life too. So I think I know where I want to go with them all. It's one of those things. Plus I'm taking to my grandparents to the doctor tomorrow. I didn't find out until today what time we have to leave, and I figured I have to leave super early, and it's not the case. We're going to be leaving about 4 hours later than I thought we were going to be leaving, so it's definitely a good thing. I'll get some decent sleep tonight, hopefully, and at least I won't have to get up early, I'll put it that way. So I think what my plan is going to be is to get up in the morning, just go get a decent little run in, and then basically come back, get cleaned up, and head for Des Moines. So today, while I was contemplating the thought of going out for my run or not going out for my run, I decided to hell with it, and about an hour and 5 minutes before I took off for my run, I decided I was going to go run a half marathon plus. So I think that was kind of my own little way of, like, I guess, punishing myself for thinking about not running, and grabbed myself a bagel, threw some peanut butter on it, and knocked that thing down. And that was my full prep for my, I guess, pre-race day / long run, however you want to call it. And I remember thinking back to my very first half marathon back in 2012, and how, like, I was like 16 weeks or 18 weeks of training and stuff into that, and I was super, like, I had to eat properly the night before and the day before that, and the carb loading and yada yada. And I ran 7.77 miles yesterday. Like I said, got wild hair at my butt about an hour and 5 minutes before I decided to run a half marathon. So I ended up knocking out 13.57. By the time I got home, I had half mile basically of a walk home after my run got finished. And I kind of set out a little goal. My last actual half marathon race was like 2:04 and some change, I think. So I decided I wanted to run basically a sub 2 hour marathon. My PR, I think, is like a 1:58, I believe, something like that. 1:59, somewhere there. It was a sub 2, but that was at Drake, not this April, but April 2013. So I went ahead and kind of just threw my watch on I set the virtual timer up to, it kind of shows you where you're on your pace or off your pace, how far ahead or behind you are. And first mile in, I was like 30 some seconds behind pace, and I was like, that ain't good. It was 42 seconds, some crap. It was really bad first mile. Second mile, I dropped off like another 30 seconds, so I'm already a minute plus behind my pace 2 miles in. So at this rate, I'm going to be 13 plus minutes behind, or no, I'll be 6 minutes plus behind. Ended up over 2 minutes behind at I think like 8 miles in, something like that, 9 miles in, and I was kind of contemplating just giving up the whole concept of trying to I guess run the sub 9 minute miles for the whole thing, and something just really kind of snapped in me, and I said, screw this, I can do this. There's no reason why I can't do this at all. I mean, I ran sub 7 minute miles for my 5K, so I decided to knock it down a little bit. In literally less than 4 miles, I'd made back up that 2 minutes I was in deficit of, and at 12 mile mark, I was 0 seconds ahead and 6 feet ahead of pace. So it literally knocks it down. You're that close to pace. So after 12 miles, being literally, I was plus 2 minutes off, which is a long damn ways off. In that short of time, I knocked it back up to where I was 6 feet above pace, which is 0 seconds. But I was like, okay, I'm cool. I stopped, let the dog pee and stuff, kind of thing. Also grabbed a picture of my watch. I kind of want to prove myself that I'd made that time back up. And my plan at that point was just to cut it short at 12 miles and just walk it on in home. And I, for some reason, said, screw it. I've already ran 12 miles. The last 4 I made up over 2 minutes. I can knock out another, sub 9-minute mile here to finish this thing out, 0.1, I guess. And decided to hell with it. Ran it out. Ended up, I think it was 38 seconds or some crap ahead of pace at the finish of the whole thing. So definitely felt a really good sense of accomplishment. You figure that last 4 or 5 miles I made up damn near 3 minutes, and that's ridiculous, compared to what I goal pace was. So super stoked about that. Had a couple miles my legs felt just heavy. They felt leaded. I'm not going to count it as my PR, though technically at 1:57, I think 16, it is my fastest half marathon, but I will not count it as a true PR on my watch, my Garmin Connect set up, because it was 13.1 miles. Any official half marathon race, usually 13.3, 13.5, some of that, because weaving in out of traffic and people in the wider curves and whatnot, it's never 13.1 flat. So if you add on the extra half mile in there, even extra quarter mile in there, I would have been at that 2 minute mark. So I would have been not PRing at that point. And then also I felt like I'd be cheating because I did stop a couple times with the fact that I stopped to water the dog, because out of the hydro pack he needed water. I'm not going to count that against me on my training run, because technically, it wouldn't have stopped for me. I would have drank on the run, but also for him to go poop, that kind of thing, for him to take, bathroom breaks. So that right there is one of those deals that I did stop the watch there. And I also did cheat on one of the spots where I was coming along. Is near I was having that trouble, struggling whether or not I was going to make my time up or not. So I was really kind of busting ass. And as we got to the bottom of, I was running along probably about an 8-minute pace. I was like a minute ahead of pace at that moment. And right at the bottom of probably the worst hill on this whole run thing, the trail, that he decided he had to use the bathroom. So I stopped for my dog, and I was like, I felt whipped and beat, because I literally lost all my momentum to help run me up this hill, which I know running's not the same momentum as like a bike is for uphill stuff. And I decided to piss off on it, and I left my watch off, walked to the top of the hill, which helped get my heart rate back down in that. Then I ran from there. So technically it was a cheat to get to the, that time frame when you figure I took that hill out, and then also stopping to get my heart rate back down. So I was chatting on Twitter tonight, and there was a guy's like, it don't matter. Fast miles are fast miles, regardless of the breaks in between. And that's really not true, because anybody could qualify for Boston even if you figure you just run, your fastest mile, take a, half an hour break or a 10-minute break, run your fastest mile again, so on and so forth. Or even at that point, take a month and run the fastest mile every day you can run, and then that would qualify. So it's not really the same things. That's why it will not get wrote down and changed on my computer program as my new PR. But I felt good. You figure I shaved off like 7 minutes off a half marathon compared to the Scout challenge that I did down in Kansas City, Kansas, a few weeks ago. So definitely, also I felt super good the fact that I just decided on a whim. An hour, 5 minutes later, I'm running a half marathon, and really did a great job. So there's no reason why that I can't ever make any distance I set out to do. So especially if I train for it, I eat for it, I prepare for it. So got back home, got cleaned up, got eaten. I drank about, between Bruce and I, 'cause he drinks quite a bit, I drank about 1 liter on the run. I've drank 3 liters since then. I don't know, I felt super dehydrated, so I just drank tons of water after I got back. Drank some Gatorade, had some protein, the whatnot you got to do afterwards. I'm still like 1,700 calories deficit today for what I'm, usually should take in. So I'm going to basically grab another more protein before I head to bed here. Did have a banana smoothie also, a minute steak sandwich I made myself, basically like a burger, but using minute steak. Delicious, by the way. Just general life stuff. I did have a miscommunication. Somebody else in my life that I was talking to had thought I was being aloof and thought I was being distant from that thing, and it wasn't that at all. They misread something, didn't tell me about it, which one of those things we've worked on, we've talked about, that when you have a concern like that, let me know immediately. That way I can tell you if it is or isn't. You won't spend the next few hours getting up in your head on stuff. So I had a great talk a while back now. It's a couple hours ago before they headed to bed. So Other than that, just now hoping to get some sleep tonight. Get up, take my grandparents to Des Moines tomorrow, and then I've also got a lot of that worrying going on. My grandma's having surgery, whatnot, whatever. And then Thursday, I'm seeing my own doctor. Finally got an appointment to help figure out the cause of my dizziness and whatnot. A little bit of ear infection I go on. I've just got, I don't know, a sore throat happening stuff. I've got some coughing going on. I got a bunch of crap wrong with me. Started making my list of things, and I realized that I'm good as dead at this point. I'm way better. I'm way worse off than I thought I was, because I have a giant ability just to ignore pains, ignore suffering, and that kind of deal. And who knows, maybe they'll figure something out and I'll get to feeling better soon. The dizziness is what I definitely got to figure out, because like literally just to lay down in the bed, I get dizzy. If I stand up, set up, I get dizzy. It's just ridiculous. A couple times I tip my head back in the shower to wash my hair out and I get dizzy. It's dangerous as all get out. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.